I need to ask. I had a couple of messages and comments in the DMs and stuff about today's post. So one was, do I have to do these techniques if I just have like a stage 1? No. The upward pressure is to support that feeling of heaviness that might come by elevating the feet. But with prolapse, our number one goal is to minimize pressure and strain on the pelvic floor and those organs that are already in a prolapsed position. And we do this by pressure control, and one of the most common places we see that is with bowel movements, with straining and pushing and constipation. And so elevating the feet is one way that helps put the pelvic floor in the best place, as well as the rectum. And then there's other things like the correct technique, which I shared the other day, with breathing, as well as increasing fiber, water, those sorts of things. Now, the other thing was questions of like, well, I've never had luck with adding the stool in the past. Could there be something more going on? And so there potentially could. The second part of the post was about erectocele, which is what people think of when they think of like rectal prolapse. A true rectal prolapse is when it's prolapsing out of the anus. The rectum bulging into the vaginal canal is very common. And it's kind of like along the same lines as the reason of like why we use the stools to help the rectum move back. However, with a prolapse, we might need to physically help that rectum go back as well. But simply elevating the feet might not be enough at that point, depending on if it's erectocele. So that's where inserting a thumb and pushing, literally physically assisting that position of the organ back, as well as the FemEase, which was that tool I shared that you can use to do that as well.
Skincare pro tip. If you have sensitive, dry, or acne-prone skin, you need to be using pH-balanced skincare. Bonus points if it's microbiome friendly. When your skin's